One day I was leaving out of a store and I thought that I had my money with me, but I didn't. So I get to the car and I started searching for the money, but the money wasn't there. And I started to get frantic because of the amount of money that I lost. Then I started to question, Lord, why? And I stopped myself. I said, you know what, Lord? If I'm going to get upset about this money, I don't want it to ruin my weekend. And I don't want to get thrown off track because of I'm thinking that I'm losing money. So, you know what? It is what it is. Let somebody else have it. Let somebody else be blessed. So I continued throughout my day. I didn't think anything by it after that. And this happened probably around 11 o'clock in the morning. So around like 3 o'clock, and I stayed in the area for some reason. I can't remember what I was doing, but I stayed in the area. Then I get a call from someone. And I said, hello. And she was like, are you so-and-so? And I was like, yeah. And she said, what store did you go into today? And I told her. And she said, well, somebody found your money. And I said, somebody found my money? And I said, how did you know it was me? She said, because the receipt of the bank had a time on there. And we ran back the cameras and it was you. So we looked up your number and we called you. And it was around the same amount of money that you got out of the bank. And I said, okay, I'll be there to pick it up. So and she gave me the name of the lady who had it. So I get to the bank and I get into the parking lot and I was asking someone, are you so-and-so? She was like, no. And the lady said, are you looking for me? And I said, are you so-and-so? And she said, yeah. And I said, you have my money. And she said, I do. And I gave it back to the lady at the bank. And I gave her a hug. And this was a complete stranger, but I just gave her a hug. And she looks at me and she says, the Holy Spirit would not allow me to spend this money. I said, really? She said, my daughter said that I should grab it because I know I needed it. She said, I know you need it, Mom. Just take it and count it as a blessing. But she said, no. She said, my spirit will not allow me to spend this person's money. And it touched me. So I went in the bank and showed the lady my ID, got the money. And I stepped out. I asked the lady to hold on for me. So I came back outside. And she said it again. She said, my daughter wanted me to take the money, but she said I couldn't because something in my spirit would not allow me to spend your money. And she started to get teary-eyed. And she said, I knew I needed it, but I didn't. And I had it in my mind to give her something from that money. And I gave an amount in my mind, and the Holy Spirit changed it. And so I gave her something. And she started to cry. But the moral of the story, besides the obvious about blessing people and then blessing you, sometimes we think that we lose something and we get all frantic about losing something. We get so caught up in the loss, but we don't take heed to our emotions and our reactions to it and say, hey, maybe God does not want me in this situation at this time. So let me let it go. Let me trust in Him. Let it go. Then if it's meant for me to have it again, I'll have it again. But if it's not, it's okay. But I let it go because I wanted the peace. I wanted the peace of letting it go manifest in me so I could have a great weekend. But by letting it go, I felt like God was pleased because I trusted Him. We be trusting God, He will bless us with something even better. So it was better than me because number one, I got to bless somebody else. Because they wanted to bless me, I got to bless them right back. It's a blessing in patience. It's a blessing in trusting in God for something greater. Stop in the silence.